What's going on, YouTube? I'm Ben Harvard, joined by Joey Carey, and today we are talking the top player props available on Prize Picks for what could be an absolute shootout. Monday Night Football, Buffalo Bills, Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, this game should be absolute fire.
Yeah, I mean, one of the highest totaled games on the slate, two potential number one seeds, one of the most important games of the NFL season for both teams, because obviously getting that home field advantage throughout the playoffs and the week one bye for the playoffs is obviously critical. So both teams should come out, should try to play each other tough, and should be a good game nonetheless. But
Mhm.
there is money to be made on price picks today. So
Let's cook up a little four-legger here. Let's 10x this cash. And I mean, I think that this game is going to be put in the hands of the quarterbacks. Josh Allen fantasy score 22 and a half. I mean, Allen has been an elite fantasy quarterback all year long. And with a player like Josh Allen that gets it done in so many ways, I think it makes a lot of sense to go fantasy score over passing yards or over rushing yards, because more likely than not, he's going to be getting both. He has rushing touchdown upside. He has a ton of passing touchdown upside. His line right now on Prize Picks for touchdowns is 2.5, rushing and receiving combined. I mean, that right there, if he goes over, is 12 points plus the passing yards plus the rushing equity. I mean, I think that the Bills come out and put everything on Josh's plate, and he should hit this, I think.
yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, 22 and a half is just way too low, in my opinion. And right now, he's currently projected for 24 and a half points. So we're getting a 2 point projection edge on Josh Allen. And I disagree with everything that you said in terms of playing his fantasy score over his passing yards. The fantasy score, everything is, accumulated with that, right? His rushing upside, his rushing touchdown upside, the passing touchdowns, then his passing yards as well. So when you take a combo of everything and you put it with Josh Allen, one of the best fantasy quarterbacks on this planet, 22 and a half is just too low, in my opinion. So 22 and a half is the first leg of this four-legger. So we'll click more on that. I think the next best one is Joe Burrow over 283 and a half passing yards. Burrow's fantasy score line is 20 and a half, and I don't mind that. But I think we both agree that the passing yards with Burrow is a little bit better just because he doesn't have as much rushing upside and rushing touchdown upside as Josh Allen. And if the Bengals offense is hitting its ceiling, they're hitting its ceiling through a big Joe Burrow game. He's projected for 293 passing yards. So you're getting about a 10 passing yard edge in terms of projections as it stands right now. Buffalo isn't horrible in the secondary, but Jordan Poyer is a game time decision that would obviously be a big blow to the back end of their secondary losing him. And we just want to bet on the quarterbacks in this spot. We want to bet on Burrow coming out and having a good game against a defense that can be beat with elite skill position talent and Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon, etc. So Joe Burrow over 283 and a half passing yards. Are you rocking with that?
I love that pick. I mean, I got it in at 280 and a half earlier in the week. I still think it's too low, to be honest with you. He's juiced to the over on 286 and a half, minus 125 on Pinnacle. The projections like it. The game environment seems like it should lend itself to a lot of efficiency with Joe Burrow here. And I mean, I think that this prop is a smash.
I actually got this prop in at 276 and a half on Underdog on Thursday, I believe it was. So, yeah, we were both on it early in the week. Only a 3 yard bump from the line you got it at, a 6 yard bump from the original line that I got it at on Underdog. Still like that a ton for this Monday night football game.
If you guys are new to the channel, man, help us out. Subscribe. We are on the journey to 800 subs, just crossed 700 and already gaining steam towards 8. So we do greatly appreciate everybody who has joined the squad lately. And don't forget to like the video. If you are ever interested in getting these props quicker, before we put it out on the YouTube channel, join our free Discord chat. Link to find that is down below. I still think that there is a batch of props coming for this game in terms of receptions. There's a lot of juiced odds there on books right now. So we'll definitely be hitting on that. It's just not available right now. So, make sure you join the Discord chat, and we will be, talking about this game all the way up until kickoff. The next prop that I want to add to this particular slip is Stefon Diggs over 67 and a half receiving yards. I think that this is probably the single best prop available right now for either team in this game. Frankly, this line is just too low. I think it's baking in a lot of the recent production from Stefon Diggs. Undeniably, he's been in a slump, under 61 yards in 3 straight games. But over the year, he's gone over this line more often than not. Like you talked about at the beginning, I mean, this is a must win game for the Bills. Chiefs won yesterday. So if they want any hope of, maintaining their lead here and being able to have a chance to get that first round bye #1 seed in the AFC, they're going to have to win this game. And I think they, go back to what works best, and that's the Josh Allen to Stefon Diggs connection. Projections wise, you're going to find Diggs over 80 plus in any system you look at. His line on Pinnacle right now is juiced to the over at 72.5. So you're getting 5 yards of value there, -127 to the over. I mean, everything about this bet lines up perfectly. Primetime game. Stefon Diggs will bust his slump in this game. I mean, this is a Diggs game if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, I love Diggs over 67.5 for everything you just said. Totally agree with that. Obviously pairs well with Josh Allen. A nice correlation there, Josh. If he's hitting his fantasy score, he's obviously having a good game through the air as well on the ground, and Diggs will be a major part of that. So Diggs over 67.5 is the third leg. And I think we could just go right to Jamar Chase as our fourth and final leg for this video. Over 82.5 receiving yards. As you could see, he hasn't hit that in the last 2 games, but he's averaged 97 yards in his last 5 games. A couple of those games were prior to his injury. And this is just the game where I want to bet on the stars. I want to see a good game. Jamar Chase's projection right now is 87 receiving yards. So you're getting about a 5 yard, 4 yard receiving yard discount here on Prize Picks. And Jamar Chase has seen 10 plus targets in pretty much every single game, like this entire season. He's just an absolute target hog. And Joe Burrow is going to look to Jamar Chase in this game. Like in this projected shootout, or one of, the best projected shootouts of the entire season, in my opinion, Jamar Chase over 82.5 pairs well with Joe Burrow passing yards, and just a nice correlation bet, a nice 4 leg of straight correlation. Josh Allen to Diggs and Burrow to Chase.
And that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will be back tomorrow, Tuesday morning, with another early look Prize Picks video for the week 18 slate. Went 3 for 3 on last Tuesday's video. I mean, been on absolute fire with these Prize Picks videos. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss a video. And until next time, have a great day. We'll talk to you guys then.